Sexual perversion, episode 19. Principle of natural and godly sex. You know, when there is negative, there must be positive. Okay, if we ask you not to follow it in that way, there should be right way to do it, which I call principle of natural and godly sex. You know, God is pure. God is righteous. God is order. God is decent. And as well, God is supernaturally natural. Take note of that word. God is supernaturally natural. He is a supernatural personality, supernatural God, supernatural being, but controls the natural. I will start this episode with the book of Romans chapter 4 verse 2. Romans chapter 4 verse 2 that says, "For if Abraham were justified by work, he had whereof to glory, but not before God." Take note. If Abraham were justified by work, that means justification through what you do. Justification through that which you do. That means before you can be justified, there should be something you should do right. So doing it right, you'll be glorified by God. Now, what am I trying to drive at in this episode? I want to give you 5 ways which you can do it, have sex with your wife, have fun with your wife in a right way. 5 ways or 5 principles. Don't let me say ways. Let me say principle. There are things you need to do first before you do the second. If you don't do the second, you will not be able to do the third. If the third is not done, the fourth will not be done. Then, number 5. The first thing, if you want to do it in a right way, the first thing is what I call give a sign during the day. Your wife is not a beast. Your wife is not an animal. It's a human being. Created in the image of God. In fact, your wife is an embodiment of honor and dignity, as I said it the other time. The first thing is, during the day, you have to create a kind of sign which your wife will understand. Anytime that type of sign is given, your wife should be able to understand that there is going to be an activity that will take place in the night. And followed by that, number 2, you have to study her state of health. When you discover that you are given that sign, the way the body language of your wife is not corresponding, you have to study the state of her health. Maybe health-wisely, she's not okay. Then, number 3, you need to communicate through what you wear. Communicate to your wife. In fact, wife can communicate to the husband that through the dress or the appearance that something will take place in the night. That kind of way, of clothes or dresses you are permissive or permitted to wear as an husband or as a wife in your home, in your matrimony, that doesn't have any negative meaning, that will only communicate to your wife that there's going to be an activities in the night. And followed by that, don't enforce her, work upon her. Take it very serious. Don't enforce your wife. That is why you have to study the state of her health. Don't enforce her. You need to work on her. You know what I mean by working on her in a decent way and an orderly way. Under that, let me explain better. The reason for that is, number 1, she may not be in the mood. Your wife may not be in the mood with all your sort of communication. She may not be in the mood. Another thing is, she may not have the urge. The urge may not be there because not every day, as Yoruba will say, that the food or the food of one's mother will be sweet. So the urge may not be there. And number 3, she might not be in good health. So don't enforce her. When you discover these 3, don't enforce her. Try to work on her. If you discover that still she's not in the mood, she doesn't have the urge, or the health-wisely she's not there, please postpone the activities to the other day. Then number 5, follow your conscience. When you are in the act, do it according to your conscience, with what I've taught you so far. So whatever way or whichever way you want to do or practice the act, let it be done according to this message of your conscience. So I said it when I was teaching the conscience, that when you do it in a wrong way, your conscience will tell you. And when you do it in a right way, your conscience will tell you. And when you are about doing it in a wrong way, your conscience will speak to you. Follow your conscience. That is how to do, follow the principle of natural and godly sex between husband and wife. May God help us as I continue in the next episode. God bless you. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel. Oluwarotimi is my name from Reality Global Network. God bless you.